So, that was a year. Hello. You just gonna chill with me? Oh, I'm boring you already. Hi, I'm Melissa Case from Hattohem, and today we're looking back. I actually wasn't going to make a year in review video. I felt like I hadn't accomplished enough in 2020. I had so many plans, and I just felt like I didn't do nearly enough. I decided to make a list of every project I did in 2020, and it made me realize I did more than I thought I did. I'm going to go through every project I did in 2020, and in the end we're going to add everything up and see just what exactly I accomplished. The very first thing I made this year was this tiny little one-day project. I made a new cap for my 18th century Italian gown. I made it based on a gridded pattern from American Duchess's Guide to 18th Century Dressmaking. I was very happy with it. I also quickly made a hair cushion. This was actually the first time I ever used hair powder and pomatum. I wore everything to an after-dark dance event at the Museum of the American Revolution. They had Irish Cayley music downstairs and country dancing upstairs. We had a great time, having no idea that this would be the only event we'd attend this year. Next, I went right into my first commission of the year. Doctor Who fans might recognize this one. I made Clara Osmond Oswald's barmaid gown from the Snowmen for a client in the UK. This was actually the fourth time I made this gown, so I was pretty confident about this one. It was, however, my first time making it with a full-time job, so it took a little bit over a month to make instead of my usual 2 weeks, and in one case 2 days. This was also around the time that we brought Maisie home, and she was a pretty wonderful distraction. Little puppy Maisie, so fluffy. Eventually, I ended up barricading myself in my sewing room just so I can get this project done. I loved getting to make something that was already so familiar to me. It was like rewatching your favorite TV show. You know what to expect, there's no surprises, it's just comforting. I did film the making of that gown, and I'm going to review my footage to see if I have enough to actually make some videos out of it. The dress was shipped off to meet my client in California in time for her convention in February. Believe it or not, the same day it was shipped off is when I got a message from my friend Meredith about what would be my biggest commission of the year. Here we go. The Historic Philadelphia Commission. Oh boy. This one was a little tough for a few reasons. This was my big COVID commission, and I'm saying that partly because it was completely derailed by all the shutdowns, and partly because I lost a week or two of work because I think I might have had COVID. You'll see that in an upcoming video. This commission involved 2 different ensembles, one inspired by the 1890s and the other inspired by the 1910s. They were to be worn by 2 interpreters who would be portraying Frances Harper and Alice Paul throughout the summer to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment. That's the one that says, "The right of the citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state on account of sex." I had expected it to be finished between March and April, and it didn't get completed until August, really. The deadline was moved around several times, and as I'm sure many people will agree, it's kind of difficult to get motivated without an approaching deadline. It's also difficult to stay motivated with a very long project. It did eventually get done. I am very proud of my work, and I would absolutely work with Historic Philadelphia again, because the constantly moving deadline was not their fault. I just got part 1 of that series up, and the link will be in my description. Now, since that commission lasted from February to August, I did work on other projects during that time span. The most time-consuming of those projects was easily my costume drama recommendation video. It took over a week to script, 3 days to film, and a full month to edit. It took so long. In it, I recommend 12 different shows or movies, give a small review on what they're about and why I love them, and I also include some content warnings. I also mention around 20 different films and series, so you definitely get a lot of options out of that video. I was so careful with the clips I chose and the music I chose and how the timing and everything matched up. I honestly don't think I have ever worked harder on a video, and I'm just so proud of it. I actually stopped working on outlining this video just to go back and rewatch the other one because I like it so much. Speaking of videos, it was around this time that I got involved in a group collaboration. Casey Birchfield invited several cosTubers to partake in a Pass the Brush challenge, which was popular around this time during the quarantine. Given that we sew, we called it Pass the Notion. It was a fun little video and it gave me an excuse to wear my Italian gown again. And it also motivated me to work on another project. That would be my 18th century beauty review videos. In those videos, I made and reviewed several projects from American Duchess's Guide to 18th Century Beauty. This was across 4 videos, and I will put the playlist down in my description. At this point, I was feeling pretty desperate for a quick sewing project. That led to 2 one-day make videos. I really had fun with these, and it gave me an excuse to work on a project that had been in the back of my mind for a while. I had wanted to make gowns at half scale for a while because I wanted a way to have a creative outlet while also not spending a ton of money on fabric. In the first video, I made a chemise, a pair of drawers, and a corset, all in one day. And in the second, I finished the undergarments by making a bustle support and a petticoat. I love having my little dress form in my sewing room, and I'm planning on making a gown for the half-scale dress form later this year. Around this point, I was editing and posting the 18th century beauty videos when my normal schedule got turned on its head for the best reason possible. In early August, after 15 months of trying, I found out I was finally pregnant. Well, not was. As of filming this video, I'm around 26 weeks along. I feel great. Much better than the first trimester. I mean, the nausea wasn't fun, but the fatigue hit me like a ton of bricks. That resulted in very little time to edit because my free time had turned into nap time. I was able to squeeze out a few videos during this time, including my continuous bias tape tutorial video, which I made during the historical Philadelphia Commission. But after that, I ended up taking a 2-month hiatus from videos. Once my energy started picking up again in October, I decided to make a quick Halloween costume. I made a pair of maternity Regency stays, and then I quickly threw together a petticoat, a spencer, and a bonnet. I didn't have time to make the actual dress, but it's okay. I don't think you were able to tell. At least, the people at CVS couldn't tell. Hopefully a dress is in the near future. Between the week-long election, my birthday, Thanksgiving, and holiday prep, I did nothing in November, so I have nothing to report. That means we're now into December. I took on one commission for the mother of a dear friend of mine. She wanted me to make pillows for her daughters out of cardigans from their late grandmother. I'd never taken on a project like this before, but I really love how it turned out, and it was really nice to be able to do something for that family. I also started and completed 3 embroidery projects for my mom, my mother-in-law, and my sister-in-law to give as Christmas gifts. I don't usually hand embroider, so it was a little bit of a learning curve, but I like how they turned out. Around this time, I posted the first historic Philadelphia video, and then I realized I had posted 19 videos this year, which honestly really annoyed me. And that is why at the end of the year, I posted a very quick video about making my favorite holiday snack. It was all to get to number 20. And I have no regrets. So, what does this all add up to? Let's take a look. In 2020, I made 20 videos, 5 shifts or chemises, 1 pair of drawers, 2 corsets or stays, 2 bustles or hip padding, 5 petticoats, 3 bodices, 3 skirts, 1 jacket, and 3 hats or bonnets. In between all of this, I also worked on 2 bridesmaid dress alterations, 2 pillows, and 3 embroidery projects. As for milestones, I got monetized on YouTube, got a puppy, got a P.O. box, and actually got mail in that P.O. box. I got pregnant. I got contacted for my first sponsorship deal. That video will be up in February. And I passed the 5K subscriber mark. I thought about starting a Patreon, especially because I'm kinda on leave from work until May after the baby comes, but I decided I just can't commit to a steady stream of content with a newborn. Instead, I did open a Ko-fi account. The way that works is you can give a one-time or several time donation. So you'd be able to donate so I can continue being able to afford to sew and make videos and provide some content for you. This is not mandatory at all. I don't want you to think it is. If I do get enough donations, I might be able to put some supporter exclusive content on there, but I'm holding off for now. If you're unable to donate, it's fine. Don't worry about it. If you still want to support me without donating, the best way is to watch my videos, like them, comment on them, and share them. And if that's what you do, I am still incredibly grateful to you. I really could not be doing this without you, and this really helped get me through last year. So, was it what I expected to get done? No. But it's still more than I realized. As I said at the beginning, I almost didn't make this video because I didn't think I would have enough to share. I was wrong. And I think many of you will find that you've accomplished a lot more than you thought you did. I also think it's important to remember that we're living during a major historical event. Several last year, honestly. Surviving the dumpster fire that was 2020 is an accomplishment in itself. So please, don't be too hard on yourself if you didn't accomplish everything you meant to. What you did is enough. Here's to 2021. Bye.
Maisie, we made it through 2020. High five. Good girl.
Hi, I'm Melissa Case from Hattohem, and today we're looking back. I used a gridded pattern from American Duchess's 18th Century Guide. No. I used a gridded pattern from American Duchess's Guide to 18th Century Beauty. Beauty was later. I used a gridded pattern from the American Duchess 18th Century... No. They were to be worn by two interpreters who were portraying... which is what I used during the Historic Philadelphia Commission. I'm so sorry. Good girl. Oh, so you're on this side now. So please. Oh, big yawns.